Remember, in this video series we are following this world. Lesson 1 is helloworld.py. So here is our first Hello World program. So what does each line of these code do? Well, the first one is set there to ensure that you are running the correct interpreter. What that means is that there are different versions, different releases of Python, and you put this at the beginning of your code, the hash !user/bin/python, and what that does is it gives an absolute path for where the script, when the script runs, exactly where to look for the Python interpreter. And you always put that right at the top of every single Python program. We then have our comment. Our comment is denoted by the hash. So if you type hash and then anything afterwards, it will actually give a description of the code. So these are just useful ways that you can type things in to make sure that you understand your code later date. And then we have the third command here, which is print hello world. And what that will do is it will print to the screen anything between the speech marks, and in there we have hello world exclamation. For you, the first thing we're going to do is actually to download a zip file that within that contains a copy of all the example scripts that we're going to be running. We're going to download this instead of you typing it manually, which you can type manually if you wish. We're going to download it because we want to make sure that if you've built your electronics project, you know you have stable code that will work against your electronics. Okay, so first thing, open up your terminal session, and then we're going to run a command called wget, which will go to the internet and it will download a file onto our desktop PC. So there's the command there and the location of that zip file, and you can see there that it's downloaded a .zip file called GPIO Python code to the desktop. That's a zip file, so we need to uncompress it. So we're going to run the command unzip and then the name of the file, which is GPIO_python_code.zip. So when we run that command, it will then create another folder, and within that folder will be all of our example code. So quickly just change into that directory. I think I missed that quickly on the screen, but just do cd, then the name of that folder, and then ls there, and you can see all of the 9 examples of code. So let's have a quick look at one of them. So I'm going to run the more command, which is to read a file, and we're going to look at the file hello world, and there are those 3 lines of code that we described earlier. Now if we look at that in Nano, the text editor, you'll notice that all of the different lines of code are color-coded, which makes it nice and easy to read when you're programming. So let's run our example code. Where we do this is we type sudo python, the name of the example code, which is one_helloworld.py, and then just hit return. And there we'll see that our line of code, which was to print hello world to the screen. And that is your first Python program.